Here's why successful resellers worry about ROI instead of the prices that they sell their shoes for. Hey guys, if you guys don't know me, my name's Kate and I've done over $2 million in the sneaker reselling industry, and the biggest thing I focus on is ROI, period. And for those of you who don't know what ROI means, it stands for return on investment. In other words, if you were to give me $100 and I gave you $120 back tomorrow, you would make a 20% ROI because you made 20% more of what the money you already had. ROI is a very, very common word in the business world as well as trading, real estate, whatever it is. It's just super common because you want to know how much money you're getting back on your investment. For reference, the average return on investment of the stock market or the S&P 500, which is like the top 500 stocks in the US, is about 11 to 12% per year. However, our average flip ROI can be anywhere from 40 to 60%, at least the ones we're going for, right? So you really want to be in the line where you're making 40 to 60% on each flip, which would mean, hey, every $100 worth of shoes you buy, you make 140 to 160. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you guys examples of good ROIs as well as bad ROIs, and why a lot of you guys don't understand this and you're focusing on just the money you're making rather than the ROI itself. So let's start with the Girl Dad Kobe 4s. This is a really fire shoe. I love this shoe. Retailed $190. However, resale right now is only around $220, $240 depending on the size. So after fees on the Girl Dads, you're making only around $13 to $15, which is crazy. So that ROI is anywhere from 5 to 10% on this flip, which in the grand scheme of things is 10% bad? No, because the shoe sells instantly, so it's just an instant 10% ROI, which like, hey, it's 20 bucks just like that. The problem is it's not scalable. I'm gonna give you guys a better example of a higher ROI, which were these Kyrie 8s that I bought for under $30, and I just sold them literally a few days ago for a $58 profit. And as you can see in the videos I'm putting on the screen right now, there were a bunch of these, and I bought a bunch of them. I bought them in bulk, so they were super cheap, and I made a ton of money from it. So for simplicity of this video, that was pretty much a 200% ROI, meaning if I put $100 in, I would get $300 out. So now let's compare these to the Kyries that I sold. Obviously, I don't have the Kyries right now. I actually consigned all of those pairs. So if you guys don't know, Goat and Poison, these other companies have a consignment option, meaning you can actually ship your pairs to them. So I shipped those pairs to Goat. They stored it there for me. They do the fulfillment. They do everything. So literally once it sells, which it did earlier this week, I get paid instantly. That money gets cashed out. I can cash out to my bank. It's that simple. So obviously I got paid for those and I don't have them. But with that shoe, again, that was a 200% ROI. This one was, let's just say a 10% ROI. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt, 10%. Right? So this shoe also cost $190. It was only cost $30. And that's really important as well because a lot of you guys will just take this shoe and sell it for, again, like I told you, $220, and you go, well, I sold it for $220. So yes, technically this shoe cost more and you sold it for more, but you made less because your ROI isn't anywhere near how much I made on my $30 pair. The reason this is so important is because if you can get huge ROIs on large amounts of money spent, you're gonna make a lot of money. If you can get huge ROIs on a little bit amount of money spent, you're still gonna make a lot of money. But if you have to put so much money forward, let's say you bought 10 pairs of these, you had to put $2 grand forward just to make $200, is it really worth it? Not really. The reason I say that is you would have to buy basically 3 to 4 pairs of these, really 4 of them, to make the same profit that I made on my $30 Kyrie. That's how big of a difference the ROI was. So you'd have to spend almost $700, $800 on pairs of these compared to my $30 spent. That's why ROI is so important. And let's expand this out even bigger. Let's say I bought $1,000 worth of the Kyries, so about 33 pairs of them, right? If I were to go and sell them, I would make $2,000 in profit because it's a $200 ROI. So I'd sell them for $3 grand total. That's what it would hit my bank account. Paid $1,000, sold it for $3 grand, get $2 grand back. On these, if I bought 5 pairs, I had to put $1,000 forward, I would only get $100 back. So I'd pay $1,000 here and I'd get $1,100 back, right? So $100 isn't bad, don't get me wrong. But is it easier to get the Kyries or these Kobes? You should probably already know the answer. These Kobes are very difficult to get. Kyries, again, they're sitting everywhere. They're sitting at the outlets. They're easy to get in bulk. And that's why I was able to buy so many. Especially when you're a new reseller starting out, you need to focus on these high ROI, quick moving shoes because you don't have all this capital. If you have only $1,000 like I did when I started out, if I bought 5 pairs of these only to make $100, that would have been a bad trade. I would have much rather bought 30 pairs of Kyries to sell for $3 grand, right? And that's exactly what I focused on when I started out. So if that sounds like you, your business isn't very consistent right now, you're a new reseller starting out, you can't get these consistent flips, you don't know where to sell them for the high, you don't know how to even track your ROI, I got a solution for you. I'm restocking my Reselling Accelerator this August 3rd, where we cover everything you need to know about reselling and get your business to a consistent point so you can be making a few $1,000s a month. In reality, our goal is in your first 3 months to help you get to your first $1,000 month so that you can do it consistently from there. Because how cool would it be if, hey, 3 months from now, you're making an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $12,000 a year. That'd be a pretty hard ask to your boss. Let's say, hey, boss, can you give me a $1,000 raise? Probably not gonna happen, right? But if you can implement that in 3 months, would that change your life? My guess is yes. So the accelerator is gonna be exactly where you wanna start. That's what our average guy does in there right now. If you guys are interested, check out the link in the description down below. Again, we're restocking August 3rd, so you can sign up on the wait list. And again, we teach all of this stuff. Just so those Kyries I was showing you, you sell 20 pairs of those, or not even 20 pairs, 18, 17 pairs. like one a day or one every other day for the month, you're gonna make your $1,000 profit. And that's the key. That's literally what I do. For someone who has a 40 to 60% ROI like I do, I just focus on shoes that are gonna give me that high ROI. So for example, if I get a 40% ROI, which is what my average client does in my coaching program, if I just sell $10,000 worth of shoes, I know I'm gonna make $4,000. So if I reverse engineer that and say, okay, I need to sell $333 a day for a month straight, and I'll sell $10,000, so in return, I'll make $4,000 in profit. Well, 333 is probably about 3 pairs a day, right? So if we do the math on that, it's like, I need to sell just 3 pairs a day at that same ROI, and I make $4,000 a month. And that's the type of stuff that we focus on inside of the group to actually get you to your goals and the numbers that you want to hit. And I can paint out every single number that you want to hit and give you an exact timeline of what you need to do. Again, it's really just math, how many shoes you sell, and it's also what your average shoe price is for. And you can pretty much calculate how much you need to make. So again, for future reference, don't focus on what you're selling your shoe for. I don't care that you sold a shoe for $220 when you bought it for 200 bucks. Doesn't matter to me, you made $20, good job. What I care about is ROI. If I'm paying $20 for a shoe and I'm flipping it for 80, that's amazing. I want to do that 10, 20, 30, 100 times. That's where you make good money. So focus on ROI. There's actually free ROI calculators all over. In fact, I'm gonna put one that I use in the link in the description down below. I'll just say ROI calculator. You can literally click it. You can enter in what you bought a shoe for, what you sold it for. It'll tell you the ROI. Just a quick way to learn and so you can get a good idea of like, hey, how much you're actually making per flip. Because for me, when we have actual sales and stuff, I always want to track and make sure, hey, if I'm buying a shoe that's going to be a 10% ROI, I want to be able to sell it that same week. Because the other problem is you guys get into these flips that are way long term and you buy the wrong shoes and your ROI sucks. So it's like a 10% ROI is cool if you can make it tomorrow, right? You can make, let's say, a quick flip tomorrow. But if it's going to take you 2 months to sell that shoe, it's not worth it. If I'm going to wait 2 months to sell a shoe, I want to get at least 100% ROI. Meaning, like, if you gave me $100, would you be cool with waiting 2 months and I give you back 200? Chances are probably, because like you might not need that $100 right now, and I'm going to double it if you just wait 2 months. That's a good trade. That's what I trade my money for all the time. I do that all the time in business. So that's the key. You want to focus on these high ROIs, and we cover this inside my accelerator as well. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys do have any other questions, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram. I reply to each and every one of you guys. And make sure you sign up for the wait list. I don't want you guys to miss your spot. By the way, if you sign up for the 3-month spot that we have in there, you save $50 on your membership, and we have a guarantee. If you don't double your investment, so if you don't make $500 inside of the accelerator in your first 3 months, your next 3 will be completely free. So worst case scenario is you get 6 months inside of the accelerator to make $500 in profit, which again, you'll have no problem doing unless you don't buy or sell any shoes. All right, but that's the guarantee with it. So it's very, very risk-free for you. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good weekend.